Bitter melon, also known as bitter gourd or Mamordica carrantia, is a fruit that defies modern food expectations. It is not sweet. It is not neutral. It doesn't try to win you over with comfort or charm. Instead, it confronts you, immediately and unapologetically, with its defining characteristic, bitterness, sharp, persistent, and often overwhelming to those unfamiliar with it. This isn't a flavor that most people enjoy on first bite. In fact, for many, bitter melon is a food that evokes strong rejection. But inside that harsh exterior lies something rare and powerful, a fruit that doesn't just feed, but fights. It heals, balances, and strengthens. Yet it demands respect, discipline, and a willingness to taste something that, quite literally, makes the body respond. Nutritionally, bitter melon is astonishing. It's rich in vitamin C, a key antioxidant that supports immune function, collagen production, and skin health. It contains a unique array of phytochemicals, charantin, lysine, and polypeptide P, that have shown promise in regulating blood sugar levels, making it one of the few foods that traditional and modern medicine both point to as beneficial for those with type 2 diabetes. It's also being studied for its anti-cancer properties due to compounds that may help inhibit the growth of certain cancer cells. This is not just folk medicine. It's increasingly being validated by science, though slowly and cautiously. Beyond that, bitter melon also supports digestion, acts as a mild diuretic, and may help reduce inflammation and oxidative stress, which are underlying contributors to many chronic diseases. But the taste is where everything stops for most people. The bitterness is not subtle. It doesn't hide in the background or blend in. It hits the tongue fast and stays long after the bite is over. It is raw, vegetal, and sometimes astringent, like biting into the rind of a grapefruit, only sharper, greener, and deeper. And this bitterness is not accidental. It's chemical. The compounds that make bitter melons so powerful for the body are the same ones that make it so hard to eat. That's the trade-off, the challenge. You cannot separate the benefit from the discomfort. You must be willing to accept both. Culturally, bitter melon has long been revered in places like India, China, Japan, and Southeast Asia. It's cooked into stir-fries, stews, and teas. It's used in Ayurvedic and traditional Chinese medicine not just as a vegetable but as a treatment, a food-as-medicine approach that recognizes its value beyond flavor. But even in those cultures, people don't eat it casually. It's often introduced early in life, when the palate is still forming, or prepared in specific ways, soaked, salted, or paired with strong spices, to ease the edge of its intensity. Still, no preparation can erase the bitterness entirely. And that is intentional, because for many traditional healers, the bitterness is the medicine. It's not something to be hidden, it's something to be experienced. To taste bitterness is to wake up the digestive system, to activate enzymes, to signal the body that nourishment is on the way. It is an alert, a biochemical stimulant, and it tells the body to pay attention. But here in the West, in a food culture dominated by sugar, salt, and fat, bitter foods are nearly extinct. We've conditioned ourselves to avoid anything that doesn't please instantly. We've replaced complexity with sweetness and challenge with convenience. That's why bitter melon feels like such a foreign object. It pushes against everything our taste buds have been trained to crave. It asks us to slow down, to tolerate discomfort, to accept that healing might not come in a tasty package. And that is perhaps its greatest challenge. It doesn't just test the tongue, it tests the mindset. There are also warnings that go beyond taste. Bitter melon, in high doses or raw form, may cause issues for some people. It can interfere with certain medications, especially those for diabetes or blood pressure, and may lower blood sugar too much when combined with pharmaceutical drugs. It has also been linked to gastrointestinal distress in some cases, and pregnant individuals should avoid consuming it in large amounts due to its potential uterine-stimulating effects. Like all potent medicinal foods, it must be approached with caution and understanding. This is not a fruit to snack on absent-mindedly. It demands research, sourcing, and perhaps even medical guidance for those with underlying conditions. But for those who are ready, bitter melon offers something that few foods can: a complete, unflinching encounter with healing. It challenges your taste, your patience, and your relationship with food. It forces you to think beyond flavor and into function. It asks, what are you willing to taste in order to get well? Are you willing to let go of instant gratification in exchange for deeper nourishment? Many people who learn to eat bitter melon don't do it because they love it. They do it because they feel it. They see the difference it makes in their energy, digestion, and blood sugar. They come to associate the bitterness not with punishment, but with strength. Eventually, some even begin to crave it, not in the way one craves chips or chocolate, but in the way the body starts to long for something that does it good. Bitter melon is not here to make life easier. It's here to offer a path that is harder, but better. It won't seduce you. It won't cater to your cravings. But it might just heal you, if you're willing to let it. And that's what makes it unforgettable. It doesn't just nourish the body, it demands that you grow, that you choose something difficult, and find meaning in the challenge.